I'm glad to see that Melissa Barrera is still landing roles, even after that whole Scream franchise debacle. Yeah. But let's get into my review of Abigail. Let's go. What's going on, all my Flicksters? This is Jacey from Jacey Flicks, and I just got back from seeing Abigail. Now, before I do get started with my review, please note this will be a spoiler-free review, just in case you haven't seen the movie yet and you're looking forward to seeing it this weekend in theaters. Also, please make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on movies that I'm always reviewing each and every week just like this. So, Abigail stars Melissa Barrera, Agnes Cloud, Alicia Weir, Kevin Durant, Dan Stevens, and more. A group of would-be criminals kidnaps the 12-year-old daughter of a powerful underworld figure. Holding her for ransom in an isolated mansion, their plan starts to unravel when they discover their young captive is actually a bloodthirsty vampire. I feel like the collective known as Radio Silence, who are the people behind this film, have cemented themselves as great filmmakers in the horror genre. I say that to also say that Alicia Weir, who plays Abigail in this film, absolutely kills this role. No pun intended, of course. She does an amazing job in this movie. Another thing that I was surprised to see in this movie is the amount of laughs that matched the amount of gore. Radio Silence knew what they were doing when they wanted to create a film that was based off of a Universal monster film that presented audiences with gore and laughs. Another thing that I enjoyed was most of these characters that are sent to go and kidnap Abigail are morally gray. So you don't feel as bad when they're being hunted throughout the film. Now, it is also worth noting that most of this cast does a pretty stellar job. And I felt like, more in particular, Kevin Durant's character had this weird type of vibe of being kind of awkwardly funny, but also powerful at the same time, who could really do damage. And I found that really compelling as I was watching this movie. Melissa Barrera also does a superb job, of course, as I've always been a fan of her since the Scream films. But like I said before, this is Alicia Weir, aka Abigail's movie, and you're watching her as she hunts down each and every character, or at least tries to. So this definitely puts you in that perspective of it more being about her doing the hunting as opposed to the opposite, when these characters are really thrown off from the beginning when they arrive. Now, this is where I get to some of my negatives. Although this film doesn't do much to reinvent the genre of horror or even with the monster genre, this film does manage to entertain throughout. Also, I feel like with this film and the way it was presented through marketing, you do know what you are getting into with very little surprises throughout the film. I feel like there are a lot of things already revealed through the trailers that we got, and it would have been much better if you hadn't known what Abigail was capable of, or even what she is from the trailers. With all that being said, though, you guys, I enjoyed this one. I was thoroughly entertained, and with me going to see the premieres back-to-back of The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare and Abigail, I had a blast with both of these, but I'm extremely exhausted. And I did like both of these films. Now, with all that being said, you guys, I am going to give Abigail 4 flames out of 5 and a fire film rating.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Although this film isn't great and does have its flaws, it is still a good, entertaining watch that I recommend for all horror fans of the genre and just vampire lovers in general. All right, so have you seen this film yet? Are you planning to go this weekend to see it in theaters? If so, what did you think of it overall? Also, where do you rate this film as far as your favorite vampire films? Or where do you place it in your top 10, if in your top 10? Let me know in the comments below. Last thing before I do go, you guys, please make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on reviews I'm always giving just like this. My name's JC from Jacey Flicks, and until next time, I'm out.